Well, good afternoon. This is from Harbor Freight, Portland Electric Chipper Shredder, and I was very skeptical, but I said, what the heck, it's $100. Let's see what it can do. It says it's like an inch diameter. I've got some cedar trees, or cedar limbs I took the other day. Get this out of the way. I'll show you later how to open this up. Well, I guess we can do it right now. When you get clogs, you will, unless you're really going slow and feeding smaller stuff. So we just turn this little knob back here to release the front, and you can see in there, hopefully, here's your rotating head with the blades to cut. So sometimes you just got to grab the stuff out of here if it gets clogged up. Let me get you a little closer to see that. There's your cutter head. Whoop, your cutter head right there. It looks so light because it's plastic, but the cutter head itself is actually pretty heavy. It's mounted on there pretty well. So let's take a look. Oh, and here's your cedar branches. A few of them. Excuse me while I close it back up. It's got a circuit breaker trip right on here if it trips on itself. And then you've got your on-off switch. Pretty easy setup. I think it's 13 amps, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. Let me see if it says right on here somewhere. It should. It says it's 1.5 inch diameter. Maximum limb capacity, 4,300 RPM, blade speed, 14 amps, excuse me, 14 amps. A little extra power. All right, let's fire it up. Sometimes you gotta snap some of these off with a loppers or something, but I'll try to just cram it through. All right. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's worth it just for the smell. That smells amazing. So at first, when it was just the limb going through, it was mostly the chips. And that's the chips it made right there. Oh. And then of course, once it gets to the boughs, once it gets to the needles, some of them come through without really being damaged too much. Some of them get chopped up a little bit, but a lot of people, they're probably going to want to snip those off so they don't get it, so they get more clean cedar chips. Let's run another one. Try to get the clean ones. A little smaller than my thumb. There you go. I mean, goodness, you could do this just to put on the back of your toilet. Potpourri. trying to abuse it for you, but Sometimes you gotta cut them up. You're probably thinking, get to the big stuff. Well, this is about as big as I would recommend going. That's about 2 of my thumbs. It's an inch, inch and a half. That's about it. It's getting close enough anyway. Trying to abuse it a little bit for you. Most people would probably, again, take a lot of these off or cut them into more manageable pieces for the machine so it doesn't get jammed in. You gotta pull it back out. But that's a pretty good pile of chips. You see the mix kind of pleasant. Nice mix. I had a pile laying next to the driveway from last year, and it makes really good kitty litter. I'll tell you, he just loves that. Digs right in. So this is a nice spot to drop a deuce. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, probably not a great idea to run that through, but I want you to see it. You know, it can chew it up a little bit, spit it out. Always a good idea to unplug it when you getting your hands in there. But yeah, of course, running fresh cedar or pine, you're probably gonna get some tar on it, but it just keeps chewing through it. You see those blades don't look bad at all. I haven't sharpened them or taken them off yet. I've only put maybe 2 or 3, small to medium cedar trees through it. I did put just to see if it would handle it, some hardwood through it. It handles it. I wouldn't go as thick, though. I'd probably keep it to maybe a 1/2 or 3/4 inch at the most if you're doing hardwoods. But for softwoods and cedars like that, so works well. Hope you enjoyed. So far so good. You know, $99 I want to say is what I paid for this, and who can complain for that? It doesn't take up much space. It's not a huge chipper. Yeah, I like it. See ya.